Technically second episode now.
It's episode 1 of the proper podcast for sure.
Sort of like our pilot.
I think we listed the other video as episode 0, so it's a bit of a epilogue or a prelogue.
Glad we actually got to this
into
spot
what
now.
we're doing. Yeah. As you see, we've got a new set.
Yep.
We're not in a classroom anymore.
Yeah. We're in parts unknown.
Yeah.
That's what everyone who hasn't got an actual location is placed.
Yep.
No, I'm just going on.
Unlike Colt Cabana, we are not in the studio apartment. We're in a studio.
Yes, we are. A film studio, to be exact. So since we were last year, we were talking a little bit about Clash of Champions and Mixed Match Challenge. That went it's alright.
Clash of Champions
that's not what we're here to talk about today. That's been and gone. Well, the Mixed Match Challenge is still yet to turn up. We'll talk about the Mixed Match Challenge when it's in its peaks, and maybe about a few weeks from now.
Well, it starts next Tuesday, doesn't it?
Yeah, it starts, but we can talk about then.
One thing I do want to bring up first. I don't know if you saw a video yesterday. Carmelo and New Day, the training montage.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
That's great.
Bring that up before we get going.
So many actual really good announcement videos. I love this. I love the Sammy and Becky. I love the Usos one.
Yep, the Asuka and Miz one was good.
Yeah. A little bit weird how they showed it on Raw and SmackDown though, because especially the heel and face dynamics.
Yeah.
If it was a heel face, that'd be nice to show on there.
Yeah. Be interesting to see how they get around that in the tournament as well.
It will be. Do you know how they're filming that? Are they filming it after SmackDown?
I think it's live after SmackDown, so I would assume that 205 Live will be taped before.
So I was wondering how they were going to do that.
Which is going to be weird because they're going to be. Both shows are going to be on at the same time. So you got 205 Live on the network and the Mixed Match Challenge on Facebook. So unless they move 205 Live for a few weeks, I don't know what they're doing about that.
So,
not that it's exactly a valuable thing to them anyway.
So shall we start talking about the topics of discussion today?
Yeah.
We'll be going through several things today, just so you know what we're going through. We're going to talk about new Wrestle Kingdom 12.
Wrestle Kingdom 12 last Thursday. Now it's a week ago, January 4th, the big Tokyo Dome special. It was a great show. We'll go into that in a minute.
Yeah. We'll also be discussing we're going to name some awards and who we think deserve them.
Yep. We got both best and worst categories, so we'll be going through those in a little while as well.
We've also got the sort of like likely and unlikely predictions for 2018. It could be a very interesting year, or it could be a boring year, but that's how it's going to wait and see.
Yeah.
And then finally, we'll be doing the Raw discussion. I'll be taking that one. Reverse Stevens going to be doing Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah.
So we'll let you kick this one off.
And then we've also got the ones to watch in 2018 as well.
Yes, that's it. Yes, that's what
we've both picked a few names out, people who we think are going to become bigger stars in 2018.
So, will you just discuss Wrestle Kingdom?
So, Wrestle Kingdom, I've got my notes here, you see. Wrestle Kingdom, the New Japan Rumble on the pre-show. It's the New Japan Rumble, so I think over the last few years you've learned what to expect from that. It was won by Masahito Kakihara, who pinned Cheeseburger last. It was a big return for Kakihara after beating cancer.
So Stephen, for those that don't watch New Japan often, as myself and obviously that included, sadly, how would they view the Rumble, the New Japan Rumble?
It's kind of like the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
Yeah.
It's a way to get more guys on the card.
So sort of structured out like the Andre Giant, or was that before? Or was that before then?
It's been going for a few years.
So,
now,
okay, so yeah.
I'm not an expert on it.
Yeah, well,
I haven't been watching New Japan for that long. So, but the one difference is it's pinfall and over the top rope.
Yeah.
So it was won by Kakihara. He pinned Cheeseburger last.
Yes.
Few other people in that match: Bushi, Kitamura. Delirious was a surprise announcement, or a surprise entrant in that match as well. Now, opening the main card, Young Bucks versus Roppongi 3K. Young Bucks.
Repping the merch.
Repping the merch. YoungBucksMerch.com. ProWrestlingTees/YoungBucks. ProWrestlingTees/Kenny Omega. 18 minutes 49 seconds. The Young Bucks defeated Roppongi Vice with a Meltzer driver and then into Sharpshooter, which went with the match because both Matt Jackson and Yo from Roppongi 3K had back injuries. And one other point in that match, the Young Bucks powerbombed Rocky Romero all the way down the stage, so it came out of that match as well. Anything you want to add to that, or?
No, I heard good things about the match. I only watched Wrestle Kingdom through highlights.
Yeah.
There's some nice spots in that match.
It wasn't a typical Young Bucks match.
No,
that's for sure.
that's what I definitely heard a lot. I heard it wasn't like a typical comedy sort of match. It was more.
Yeah.
When I say serious.
It was definitely a more serious match.
Yeah.
There wasn't any comedy at all, really.
Yeah.
Next we had the gauntlet match for the Never six-man titles, I believe. Chaos, the team of Beretta, Ishii, and Toriano there, defeated the Bullet Club, Michael Elgin and War Machine, Suzuki-gun, Taguchi Japan, and that's it, to win the titles. But then, on the next day, on New Year's Dash, the Bullet Club team of Bad Luck Fale, Tamatonga, and Tangaloa won the titles back. So basically in this match, Suzuki-gun beat War Machine and Elgin with a submission from Zack Sabre Jr. Chaos beat Suzuki-gun, and then Taguchi Japan, both from Toriano, low blow into the roll-up, shrug of shoulders. And then Chaos beat the Bullet Club with a Dude Buster from Beretta. That match went 17 minutes and 3 seconds in total. Next we had a great match. Kota Ibushi versus Cody Don't Call Him Rhodes in a special singles match. He won with a Phoenix Splash. It was I think you saw one of the spots from this match.
Yeah, when I was watching the highlights, there was a really interesting spot I saw. I don't know how it played out in terms of psychology, but it was when he hit the crossroads off the apron onto the floor.
Fantastic spot. One of the best spots on the show, to be honest.
From what I heard, contextually, it was because he was like, he was something to do with his neck at the time.
Kota Ibushi's had neck injuries for a while.
Yeah.
That's well documented, so they were playing with that in the match.
Yeah.
Other point in the match, Brandy Rhodes went down, Kota Ibushi went to check on her, but it was a ruse, and Cody attacked him, and she was fine. Next we had the LIJ team of Sonata and Evil against the Killer Elite squad of Archer and Davey Boy Smith Jr. It went 14 minutes, 14 seconds. They had the heat on Sonata forever. It was an uneventful match on the grand scheme of this whole show, to be honest. And it was a good magic killer for a near fall. So they had the heat on Sonata forever. And then they do their comeback. They tease it a couple of times. They do it. Sonata hits a moonsault and gets the pin. New champions. Next we had a great match between Hiroki Goto and Minoru Suzuki. 18 minutes and 4 seconds. Goto won with the GTR, his finish. There was just so much slapping in this match. These dudes were slapping the hell out of each other. It was a great match. Most of it was Suzuki beating the hell out of Goto, but then Goto did a comeback, won the match with the GTR. Chaos came out to stop Suzuki-gun interfering because it was a no seconds match, so no one was allowed at ringside. But it's also a hair versus hair match, so as Suzuki loses, Suzuki-gun try to help him to the back, but as he realizes what's going on, he pushes them away, says, I lost this match and I'm going to take my punishment like a man.
Yeah.
Goes back into the ring, gets a chair out, kicks over the chair that Goto brought out, cut the little mohawk he bit off the back of his head, and laid it down on the chair. Now basically he got his revenge the day after, and I think he beat up Tanahashi as well, which is leading to their New Beginning match. So the next match was the 4-way for the...
Yeah, one of the more hyped matches of the show.
Yeah, it was a great match. It was the 4-way for the Junior Heavyweight title, Will Ospreay, Marty Scurll, Hiromu Takahashi and Kushida. 21 minutes 56 seconds, Will Ospreay won with the Oscar. So Marty came out with wings in the entrance. I think you saw this. It was a great entrance for Marty.
Really
Definitely worthy of Wrestle Kingdom, that's for sure.
That's how a lot of entrances in the Wrestle Kingdom went. There was really
there was a lot of
really good entrances.
On the show, yeah.
A lot of use of props, which I found it was nice because instead of like a selective few getting entrances, it was almost like a good handful of the superstars got their own got their special entrances.
Yeah. And Kenny Omega was actually supposed to get a better entrance than he actually got. But they ran out of time creating it or something. As he said on this week's Talk is Jericho podcast. So during this match, Marty tapes Hiromu to the barrier. He gets tape from like the first aid kit underneath. He also got the tape out to tape up his fingers because someone did his spot and broke his fingers. I think it was Kushida. Ospreay did a moonsault off the scaffold, holding up like the stage above the ring. Then Kushida, one of my notes in this match is just Kushida is so good. He was excellent in this match. The way he's pulling off these arm bars and Kimuras from the top rope is just incredible. Marty was smashing these dudes with the umbrella, breaks one at the end, and then Ospreay just catches him in the Oscar. It's a fantastic match. Definitely go out your way to watch this one. Yeah. Next we have Tanahashi and Jay White. 19 minutes 56 seconds with the high five flow. Not that memorable at all. Obviously Tanahashi's working with his injuries, so it's going to be limited on that. And it's really Jay White's first match in that position. So it wasn't a memorable match. It was a good match though. Switchblade, the character is really cool. His music is great. So, yeah. And then we have the match that everyone wanted to see. Alpha Omega. Kenny Omega defeated Chris Jericho 34 minutes 36 seconds with the one-wing angel onto a chair. This was a great match. They killed Don Callis at ringside with a dive. Omega dived over. They nearly destroyed his phone as well. His phone was just standing there and like wrestling over his phone. And it was just on the floor. And I was worried someone was just going to stand on it. But I think he got away with it. If you want to hear a good breakdown on this match, go and listen to the Talk is Jericho podcast from this week with Kenny Omega. Jericho was a great dick in this match. He was a fantastic heel. Just rubbing it in to the Japanese fans. Yeah. Pushing Red Shoes Uno, beating up his son, who was one of the young lions, put him in the walls at Jericho on the outside. So there were chairs set up in the corner. Jericho smashes Omega's head in it so many times. Omega's busted open. And then Jericho takes probably the safest table bump you'll ever see, because he's such a pro. But because you never know with these Japanese tables either. So he goes through it well. He just fell off the second rope through a table on the outside. Definitely the match of the year so far, although it's only been a couple of weeks.
Yep.
And then the main event we had Okada and Naito for the heavyweight title. 36 minutes 30 seconds, fantastic match. Let me just change my notes over here. It was a slow match. It wasn't as fast or as like you would expect from maybe a junior match. But the fact that it was slow, you could let every move sink in and the damage it was doing to these guys. The last 5 minutes of this match was fantastic. So I thought Naito, this spot had me up on my feet to be honest. Naito went for a Destino. Naito ducked the Rainmaker and then hit a Destino. I was up on my feet for that spot. I thought Naito was going to win the title right there. And it was like one of the best near falls you'll see all year. Yeah. Definitely. Okada's trousers, we have to touch on these.
Oh no. Okay.
I didn't like them. A lot of people did. I don't like the boot cut trousers.
They look like the jeans that are they're like in the 80s or 90s, they're like these really big ones, and you could like almost stick, they want to stick two legs into one leg.
Yeah.
They were interesting, to say the least.
They were definitely interesting. If I was gonna recommend something to him, I would say don't wear those trousers again. Go back to his normal gear.
I'd recommend them to Mikaze. Mr. Bang. No.
Right. So
yes.
the finish of the match came when Naito had it won after a Destino, but because he doesn't, I guess the gimmick is he didn't believe in himself, so he had to hit another Destino, and then hit the Stardust press. When Okada reversed that Destino, hit a tombstone, and then hit a Rainmaker for the win. Fantastic show. Went about 6.5 hours in total if you include the pre-show.
And unlike shows like WrestleMania, they actually pulled it off in a match.
Yeah, it was a fantastic match. A fantastic show, rather. Every match was different. Every match meant something, sorry.
Yeah, I know. I was just going to say, a few things I gathered from it was, in terms of the match time compared to the length of the show, Wrestle Kingdom had, from my research, about 3 hours and 11 minutes-ish in time length, which
that's not bad.
That's actually good.
Yeah.
Because that same length of show, WrestleMania would have about 2 to 2.5 hours, and that certainly quite good. It shows how in ring stuff can cover a whole show, and you can have long shows. It just depends how you book them. So don't be very much lax in terms of.
Yeah. One thing New Japan is great at is going from match to match to match very quickly. There isn't a lot of downtime in between. Right, next for New Japan, we have the Fantastic Mania Tour, which is then with CML. That starts tomorrow, the 12th of January, and runs to this 22nd when they're at Korakuen Hall in Tokyo. And then the next big show is New Beginning in Sapporo on the 27th and 28th of January. Mostly tag matches, but the main matches are Tanahashi versus Suzuki for the Intercontinental title on the 27th. And on the 28th we have Young Bucks versus Roppongi 3K for the Junior Heavyweight tag team titles. And Kenny Omega versus Jay White for the United States title. There may be more to be announced, but I'm not sure. So do you want to hit the best and worst, the awards this year?
Yeah, best and worst. I've got the awards here.
Yeah.
So we've gone for the best and worst of each one, as mentioned. It's pretty much just best and worst of each one. We haven't done anything alternative to that. So we'll start off with the best male wrestler. I went for Neville. I feel like his work this year.
No bias there at all.
No bias at all. It's not like he's my favourite wrestler. Either.
Not like you're from the same hometown or anything. No.
But yeah, getting to my point, he's
had a good year though.
He has had a good year. Sadly, it didn't end as it started. Considering that in 2016 he had to go against his lack of booking, he's really stepped up the cruiserweight division. It had a lot of criticism about it, rightfully so. It is actually a really bad division.
It's not.
At least the 205.
It's not though. The
At
talent.
the very least the 205 live is bad.
The talent is good.
The talent is
not
brilliant.
allowed to do.
No, the talent is fantastic. I'm not criticising talent. You just look at the Cruiserweight Classic, for example, how it can actually be perceived. It could be the main roster's NXT.
Or look at the junior. Look at the junior heavyweight match on New Japan. Look at what these guys can do.
I feel like.
And then they're just so limited.
With Neville, he showed that the cruiserweights can be associated on the same level as the main roster in a way. I feel like his feud with Austin Aries definitely helped put them on the map, more so 205 Live on the map. His in-ring work this year was really, really good. Honestly, that's what I would say about it. I could name obvious answers. Omega that I just recently watched. But I feel like in terms of impact on a division or on anything, I feel like Neville's really shown through this year, especially in comparison to improvement to previous years. Your pick?
Okay, so my pick for this award is going to Kazuchika Okada. The guy had some incredible matches this year, both on the big pay-per-views or their big shows and the G1. he was getting 5-star matches, 4.5-star matches, 6-star matches.
There you go.
Multiple times in the year. He got great matches out of people who wouldn't normally have matches that good.
Get more stars than there are in the sky.
So I just think if you look at every wrestler in the business, he's had the best matches of the year. So that's why I'm giving him that award. Okay, next award is for Best Female Wrestler. I will start with this one.
Well, we both picked the same one.
We both picked the same one.
We both went with Asuka.
I mean, it's fairly obvious.
Yep. Great showcase. NXT, there was a big question mark, especially after the 4 Horsewomen left NXT. How was the division going to cope? Is it going to be the same? Is it going to be worse? I think a lot of doubt. Me myself personally, when they left, I had my doubts, especially when Bayley left and stuff like that. I was like, well, what's going to happen? There's like a huge gap now. But then that quickly got sorted. There was not really any problems. Asuka carried that division as a champion of her caliber would very well. Would you add anything to Asuka?
I think she's a bit of a locker room leader as well. Because if you look at who's in that division, when the 4 Horsewomen left, she was the only top person left. And then they brought in people like Ember Moon and Kyrie or whatever. But
one of the best things I know about this division is when the 4 Horsemen were there, it was the 4 Horsemen and maybe 1 or 2 extras on the outside of that sort of thing. You had them, and you had maybe Emma and Asuka on the rise up. Summer Rae was sort of departing at the time. But now, not only is Asuka a locker room leader, she's leader of arguably, mind you, the best women's division ever in NXT.
Yeah.
Heck, even don't want to say it, but it might be the best women's division in entirety of WWE's history.
Maybe.
Looking before this era.
You could definitely argue that this era has been that.
In terms of depth, I don't know, it's just, I know they can work outside of contracts, so you can just bring in people. But even then, still a really good division. You have Asuka, Nikki, Ember, even like Tanara Conti, you've got Peyton Royce, Billie Kay. List goes on.
A couple of people who you'll hear from later and now ones to watch.
So we'll move on to tag teams.
Tag team of the tag team of the year. You can probably guess my pick. YoungBucksMerch.com. Hot Topic. I think just when you're looking at who the most outstanding tag team are, as well in the sense of what they can do, I don't think you can look past the Young Bucks. I think they've had great matches all year for people like New Japan, PWG, Ring of Honor.
With my pick, I went for the Usos. It was a hard choice in WWE standpoint because I'm just going to say it, this year's tag team division has been on fire. In WWE main roster and NXT started mainly. So many tag teams are shown this year. To me, it was really hard for me to pick, personally. I went for the Usos just because of how they've been the constant in the tag, especially in the SmackDown tag division. To me, it was a pick between them and the Bar. I think if it was early 2017, I would have gone the Bar. Late 2017, it was the Usos. I went for overall the Usos.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of their matches were undervalued by WWE. No, not by the fans, like by WWE itself. The fact they got SummerSlam pre-show. They tried to make up with the Hell in a Cell match, which was arguably considered match of the year. I feel like they shouldn't have got pre-show. Even the Usos themselves, it was a slap in the face to them and the New Day, especially with how well they were doing at the time. Especially, even worse was how bad booking was at the time outside the tag division, and that's how they got treated. To me, it hurt me. But yeah, we'll move on from that.
Next we have Best Commentator.
I mean, both agreed on that again. Corey Graves.
Yep.
Outstanding. There was, just like the tag division, so many contenders for that. You had Mauro Ranallo and Nigel McGuinness.
Yeah. Who I completely forgot about when I was thinking this as well. So
even then, I think Corey Graves stepped his game up better than he even had in previous years. No, he's always been great, but I mean even more so. Like, in fact, he's taken on both Raw and SmackDown. It's just, especially at his years of experience as commentator, he hasn't really been a commentator for an awful long time, but he's given such a hugely important role. I can see him moving on even if he is already, but I can see him moving on to that in terms of importance, JR level.
Well, they do different jobs, don't they? JR's a play-by-play commentator.
Yeah,
He's a color commentator.
I'm not talking about the actual job description. I'm talking about job importance. So he'll be known as the head commentator.
One thing I would say about him though is, I think recently at least he's been drawn into it a bit much with Byron and all that stuff.
I feel like
I think some of the arguing is starting to get in the way a little bit now.
Yeah, whilst there are really good commentators in WWE and NXT, it is being dragged down. And it is being dragged down by the people that aren't good on commentary, which we'll be discussing in the worst commentators down the road. Move on to the best non-wrestler.
Best non-wrestler. You can go for yours first if you want.
Yeah, okay. I went for Renee Young. She's always good. She's always reliable to the company. I feel like she doesn't get enough appreciation as she should, considering she's that good.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
You look at her. You look at people who are supposed to be in the same league as her, which
we'll come on to, I think, in a minute.
Oh God, no.
I think we'll come on to that in a minute.
No.
Let me say the worst non-wrestler.
Renee Young is a step above the rest by a country mile. She is just. You have a lot of these announcers and she's just she's up there. I love the stuff she's doing with Samoa Joe now. Her emotions and in-time interviewing, which she is an interviewer as acknowledged by this recent SmackDown segment with AJ. She isn't just there holding the microphone. So, how do you feel about this match? Your opponent this week. No, she actually interviews them and she shows emotion to it. She did it with Samoa Joe and she did it with Miz last year, which I love. She's dynamic. She has depth to her, which is always good for a role like that.
Right, my pick for this award of best non-wrestler, I'm going to a different place, which when I was writing these awards, I didn't think I'd be going to this company, but it's Impact.
Impact. Are you sure it's not TNA or Global Force Wrestling or
know what
something.com?
I don't know what they're called now. I think it's Impact.
Yeah.
But I'm giving this award to Dan Lambert. He's the manager, in a literal sense, I guess, of American Top Team. But
in case you don't watch Impact, that's Bobby Lashley and his company, American Top Team, is what.
That's the MMA gym he trains at. A great MMA gym. Fantastic fighters there from UFC and whatever. So, basically Dan Lambert's role is, he was a mouthpiece for Bobby Lashley. And he's never done anything in wrestling before this, but he's like an old school wrestling guy. He would study 80s wrestling and the promos and stuff. So his promos as a heel have been so great this year.
Yeah.
So I think the fact that he's done nothing in wrestling and he's already doing that as well as he is fantastic. So that's why he's won my award. And if Bobby Lashley ends up going to WWE,
which don't say a possibility.
It definitely
same with EC3. Both looking like almost shoe-ins to go down this
if
year.
Lashley goes there,
in some capacity,
I would not be against seeing Dan Lambert follow him as a manager.
Yeah, you mentioned off camera, or you can mention now if you want, but his actual inspirations, how he.
It's just the whole 80s style of promos, really.
Yeah.
He's a wrestling guy. He studies wrestling. So next we've got the best gimmick award. I've given this award to Aleister Black.
And I've given it to Velveteen Dream. Both great.
And it's quite apt because they've had this feud and it's been good.
Yeah, nice little clash of gimmicks there.
And the way the gimmicks are presented in this feud, I think is awesome because you've got Velveteen Dream doing whatever he's doing, Aleister Black doing this devil demon thing, whatever. So I think it's a good contrast. Yeah, and it's worked out really well and we've had a great match too.
So for best theme, I've gone for the remix of Kane's theme. And
this is best theme released in 2017.
Not
Gem.
That released in 2017, not so much. Not just use actual released exceptions like John Cena's theme. You can't use.
So you've gone for the remix of Kane's theme that came out a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
it's a good theme.
I like it. There's so many new themes that are out, so it's a matter of do I pick the best new theme out there? But I went, I just went for the simple option. I went for just the remix of Kane's. I've also just listened to it almost non-stop, almost obsessively since it's come out.
Right. My winner for this award, it's 2 in a row. It's Aleister Black again.
Oh, there you go, double winner.
It's a fantastic theme. It fits his character very well.
Yeah.
It's a song I would listen to when I'm working out as well.
It's nice. It's nice you get that sort of like theme to Gimmick connection.
Yeah, definitely.
Really
I think it's great.
We've gone for best match here. I've gone for Tyler Bate versus Pete Dunne. Their second match, which was at Takeover Brooklyn 3 this year. I think it's the best match they've had, and it's the best NXT match of the year, and by a damn.
It wasn't Takeover Brooklyn.
By a
it was Takeover Chicago.
That is right, my bad. Yeah. Okay, yeah. It was
Takeover Chicago, not Takeover Brooklyn.
That's a mistake for that one. Yeah, it was Takeover Chicago. But even still, it was still best.
Because I was on holiday during Takeover Brooklyn,
yeah.
and I vividly remember watching this match at home on my couch live. And it was great.
Yeah.
But my choice for this match, fairly obvious one. It's the 6-star match. Omega and Okada won from Wrestle Kingdom 11. Just had everything from a story perspective, and it's just technically a fantastic match as well.
Now for the best pay-per-view, which is the final best award, I have chosen NXT Takeover Wargames. I thought every single match on there, as far as my knowledge, was actually at the very least good.
It was a good show.
Great.
It was a great
all of them. I think, apart from Lars Sullivan and Cash Ono.
That was what it needed to be, though. That was a great.
Yeah, no, it was a great match. I mean, in terms of that alone was the good one. All the others were great, excellent.
That's because
some notable options. I really love the previous mentioned Aleister Black versus Velveteen Dream.
That was a great match. Great match.
Really good match. Arguably stole the show. And then the four-named War Games match, really good. There was a lot of questions about the whole not having a roof. They played it off well. They played it fit into the match.
The reason they didn't have a roof is so they could dive.
Yeah, but as I mentioned, it fit into the actual match and the storytelling.
It worked. The story was great.
Yeah, all of them stood out, which is a big thing, especially in monument matches. Who can stand? How many people can you put over in that match? All of them stood out. Killian Dane, notable.
Right, my choice for this award is Wrestle Kingdom 11. I think with that Okada Omega match, everything else on that show, the Junior Heavyweight Tag match, the Intercontinental match were both great. And it's like, if you look at a show, the last 4 matches of this show were just fantastic, and that's what put it over the limit for this award, the best show of the year. And I have a feeling that next year when we do these awards, I will be saying Wrestle Kingdom 12.
It's almost like the first pay-per-view is the best one.
Hmm?
2017, unless one came before that, which I doubt.
Right. It's hard to be before January 4th.
Yeah.
Right, next we have...
Like we did the best, it's time for the worst.
It's time for the worst.
So
let's go through these quick.
So,
I think a lot of them will
be worst male, I went for Enzo.
You went for Enzo?
Yeah.
I think on 205 Live, his character doesn't fit that show. The show is about... Because when you've got all these great wrestlers on the show, but you're focusing on him...
I think 2018 will be a big step up for him, especially when Big Cass gets back, if they put them together, which is what their rule should be. Enzo just running his mouth with Cass's muscle. That'll be the best. That's the best thing.
They should never have broken him up.
I know, they should just turn him heel and just like, that's it, you know.
My choice for this award is Dolph Ziggler. Nothing the guy does is interesting. He's a fast forward button for sure.
You could argue when you had the Miz feud in 2016 was anything closely promoting interest.
But then what did they do after that feud? How did they pay it off?
Exactly.
They kept on doing nothing with the guy, and it's just boring.
He should just leave WWE. His in-ring work could be very well suited in a different company, possibly even New Japan. If not, Ring of Honor, that could work for him. But yeah.
And next we have worst female. I've given this award to Dana Brooke purely because I feel she's the most green.
Well, I can argue that with Mandy Rose. I feel she's even greener, but
I think she's better than Sonya though.
I don't
think she's better than Sonya.
I don't.
I would have given this award to Sonya Deville if
I don't
she was on the main roster.
I was not a fan. I don't know if it's just because I just recently watched Raw and like her in that match. She seemed very slow, just very almost like. But yeah, right.
I think she has potential.
Worst tag team we both agree on it was the Hype Bros. We ain't hype at the minute.
Nothing they do is interesting. I'm not interested in this feud that's going on now with them.
I kind of actually am interested in I'm interested. I'm very respecting his social media promos from Mojo. I feel like he could come into his own as a heel. Obviously he's only just turned heel, and because he's such an inexperienced wrestler, it's not gonna look good at first maybe. But I feel like with just like Jinder, over time he did get better. So I think Mojo, as long as you don't give him the over push him to a nice degree, and he'll feel very organic in his growth. Like I still feel Jinder.
He's just not very good.
I still feel like Jinder should have won the US title instead of WWE, but
he won't now.
Yeah,
he's
he
gonna
won
win
now. By the looks of it, yeah. So worst commentator, I went for Percy Watson. Oh yeah. Oh no.
He offers nothing to that. You don't need him there. You've got more.
It's like you've got Martin and Nigel, arguably two of the best commentators.
Yeah, two of the best in the company, for sure.
In the company alone, yeah. And then you have to stick on Percy Watson there.
He feels like a fan who won a competition to commentate on the show, and he just chimes in with stuff every now and then.
Even then, it's the now and then bit I don't like.
But at least
he visible.
At least he feels like he watches the show, unlike my pick. I've gone for Booker T. The amount of times from Barry and Jason Jordan, to not knowing what's going on, to not knowing who the champions are, and I don't know what else. He's just terrible. I don't know what else I can say.
Worst non-wrestler, both agreed it again. Dasha Fuentes.
Robot Dasha.
So, Stephen, how do you feel about picking Dasha Fuentes?
That's a good impression.
Thank you. Anyway, just move on. There's nothing else
to say about her. Everyone knows.
Just worst. Yeah. Okay. But anyway, worst gimmick. I went for Bray Wyatt. Same as probably 2016 as well. He's not being used. He's past his expiry date now. He's done. Honestly, he's the new Dolph Ziggler in terms of how booking wise. He was there, he was rising up, and then just crumbled.
I just think it could have been a whole lot worse if he didn't get sick and they did that.
Yeah, people.
If he didn't get sick and they did that Sister Abigail match, it would have been a lot worse.
A lot of people compared him early on to Undertaker, next Undertaker. I don't know if I can see that. I more viewed him towards the next sort of like Canis type character, or I would say next Gangrel, but he didn't really do much. Well, possibly even. Dark Horse, he could have been the next Sting. But, like 97, it's silent, just when they went for the promos, I would have gone against his actual good stuff. But yeah, so you went for worst gimmick for.
Yep, I gave this one to Dolph Ziggler as well. Because he's just there, he's doing all the entrances thing that was terrible, and now he's doing no entrance, which.
You probably.
And then he left.
The thing is, with his gimmick where he just comes on with no music. It doesn't help him. I see on paper it sounds good. No music, the crowd will boo it.
It's like he does this whole thing saying, "Oh, all these guys are just, for lack of a better term, over because of their music and their entrance." So then he decides to come up with no music. It makes no sense.
He's sort of saying like, I can be over without music. Look at me go. Yeah. I think that's what they try to do.
Yeah, but he's not.
Is that he comes out? I think when they discussed this game, they thought, Dolph, you'll come out there, you boo, and you get all the heat on you. That'll be your music. The irony of your music would be booing, and then he gets no reaction, or very little.
Very little.
Especially
too loud.
Worst theme, for Jason Jordan, the next generation of greats.
Which I don't mind. I don't mind that song.
I think it's gonna go on me. I do bob my head to that, but I
think it's just because.
I think it's just the association to it.
Because you hear that song and you know Jason Jordan's about to come out.
Yeah. Jason Jordan, I don't know how they actually book him. I don't know if they book him as a face or a heel. Depending on which side it is, determines how he was viewed.
Yeah.
If he's a face, I hate him. I don't like him. If he's a heel, I'm like, oh, that's brilliant. That's some good stuff.
And then on Raw this week, when they just did all they could to make him a geek.
It seems like he's very geek, like trying. Wrestle Talk TV mentioned this, how he's a heel who's giving this like guys a baby face. Like, look at me, I'm one of the guys. You look at, hey, Shield, it's it's us, here we go. And then,
Right.
which would look good if he was a heel. If he's a face, then it's bad. That's all I'm gonna say.
So next we have the award for worst match.
We had the same people, just different show.
No, we didn't.
I know
We haven't.
we did. We did. I know we didn't. I think. Well, we had the same wrestler
Forget
involved.
your pick.
Same wrestler involved. We both. I went for Orton versus Mahal, that Punjabi prison match, who had a nice little cameo from the Great Khali and all that glory. So after that pay-per-view, how did Great Khali get on? Did he do well? Oh, that's right. He didn't show.
He also
up.
tried to steal the title from Jinder when he was helping
God.
him out.
Champion Great
Tried
Khali.
to grab the title from Jinder. Right.
God.
So for this award, I've also gone for Randy Orton. I've gone for the House of Horrors match. It was either that or the WrestleMania match, but I went for the House of Horrors.
I don't get how he built it. I don't know how
It-
he
yeah.
sit in a room and
It
plan
didn't-
out that match.
It didn't make a whole lot of sense. I hope they don't bring that match back, which was rumoured before.
So the final award we're giving out is for worst pay-per-view.
Yeah.
With
We both
Gone for
agree.
Battleground.
We're both agreeing on this one. It's Battleground.
Yeah.
It had the aforementioned Punjabi prison. It also had the boring Cena and Rusev match. It also had the Nakamura and Baron Corbin match, which was fairly boring as well. Thanks to Corbin.
Yeah, all the matches were quite dull. Nothing really stood out. So that's all of our awards. We haven't got any physical trophies, so
That's the awards done. Next, we're gonna go on to these likely unlikely. We'll just run through these ones quickly.
Yep.
All we need, you've got some there as well. Yeah. I'll just run through all these. All we need is a likely and unlikely. Just one word answers, really.
Okay.
Unless you want to expand on it a bit.
Let me just tell them. Okay.
Ronda Rousey becomes a women's champion in the WWE.
Likely.
Likely.
Yes.
Aleister Black wins the NXT Championship.
Very likely. Yes.
You go for likely on that one.
Yep.
War Machine win tag titles in WWE, either main roster or NXT.
It's likely. Trying to think in terms of tag teams though.
I'm definitely going to go
I
likely.
go likely. I think when they debut,
At
I want to
least,
give a shot.
at least NXT.
Yeah.
Because they're the best tag team on that show. Ricochet wins the Cruiserweight title.
I'm going to go unlikely. I don't think he's going to go 205 Live. I think he's going NXT, so...
I'm going to go unlikely because I hope he doesn't go at 205 Live.
Exactly.
A UK show actually happens.
Do you mean like a UK
The-
tournament type thing?
The UK Championship, the show that they've been planning for a while, actually happens.
I think it will. I think... I'll even go as far as to say it'll kick off just after SummerSlam. I think they'll announce it during the SummerSlam press tour. They'll say, okay, we're now starting this show up after WrestleMania for the announcer for SummerSlam.
I think it makes sense to have it after one of the big pay-per-views.
Yeah, it'll also give exposure, so that's one of the things that will go for it.
EC3 wins the WWE Championship in 2018.
What, their WWE Championship or AW Championship?
AE Championship in the WWE.
Likely. I depends where he lands on though, because it's weird that he want to give it to EC3 because he's an ex-TNA guy, but then you have AJ Styles.
Right, AJ Styles.
I'm gonna likely. I'm gonna be optimistic on that one.
I'm gonna go different on this one. I'm gonna go unlikely. I think he's gonna be brought in, but I don't see him being an upper level guy.
I like a Mike Kanellis.
Mike Kanellis, Kurt Hawkins.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Brock Lesnar wrestles Bobby Lashley on pay-per-view.
Likely. I think when they sign him, he's one of the first people he faces. He'll demand it when he talk about contracts.
I definitely think this one's likely as well. With
I
Lashley
could even see it as far as I think it's going to be a SummerSlam main event unless he's loses the title. Then it'll be a SummerSlam match nonetheless. They'll bill it as the Summer of the Beasts, like what Lashley goes by nickname wise. Yeah. Anyway.
A current New Japan star debuts in WWE, apart from War Machine, and Ricochet's gone.
Likely, I feel like WWE's going to want to hit that instantly. They're going to want to hit New Japan. As soon as Chris Jericho tells Vince personally, look, these are the guys, they are going to be big, and he's going to go, okay, I'll go and sign at least one of them. Any time, I could see it being ranging from as high as Omega, or Okada, all the way down to, I don't know, like maybe try and have,
Evil.
Evil or Jay White. Yeah, I can see.
Jay White's not going to go. He's only just started there. He's a young man.
Well, NXT could be where he could go, but either way.
I'm going to say unlikely purely because the way they do their contract, they're all nearly up. So everyone's going to have these new contracts run until next January.
You don't think WWE's going to try and swoop in?
I don't,
one of them?
I don't think they will.
A single person?
I don't think they will this year.
Huh. Okay.
CM Punk has an MMA fight.
Unlikely.
Likely.
Really?
Yeah. He's going to. He's already in training camp for it, I think. So. Next question. I already know where your answer's going for this. CM Punk wins an MMA fight.
As much as I'd love to say likely, it's unlikely. Very unlikely.
Very unlikely considering
Extremely
he's
unlikely.
going to have a fight.
He is terrible.
I'm going to say unlikely. I think he'll have a fight, but I don't think he'll win. Vince McMahon promotes a football game under Alpha Entertainment in 2018.
Will Alpha Entertainment even be up and running in 2018? Though?
Yeah.
I feel like
one game, at least one game.
Problem is, I don't know how the American football works in terms of its games. I don't know if it's like in terms of it wouldn't be set up in time to announce a big game. I feel like if it's set up, maybe you can announce some sort of big fall game, so like around about Thanksgiving in America, sort of times about September, October. I assume it's going to be up and running. If it is, maybe towards the end of 2018. But I think it's too soon. He's got to set it all up, get all the trademarks, announce it, get it up and running.
Yeah, I'm going to say unlikely on that one. I think the time it takes to get a TV deal, if they even get a TV deal, and
if it was for 2019, I would probably be more towards likely.
Yeah.
But
I think the time it takes to get a TV deal, if they even get a TV deal, and then get teams, get players, I think it's going to take longer. Jack Swagger wins his first MMA fight with Bellator.
Well, I've never experienced seeing him fight.
He hasn't fought. I'm going to say likely on this one though.
Likely. I think his background.
I think the way Bellator books fights,
yeah.
I think, and the fact that he's got a legit amateur wrestling background.
He'll probably take someone down to the ground and make him tap. I can even see it. I can see him winning quite early on, depending on who he faces.
Well, fight. These Bellator fights, or Bellator are known for giving their prospects cans, for lack of a better term. So. John Jones debuts in WWE. Of course, likely going to be serving a suspension from the UFC.
Unlikely because I haven't heard anything about him going to WWE apart from last summer.
There isn't anything about
there was a little thing about him going to do something with Brock Lesnar.
Well, they were going to have a fight. They weren't going to wrestle. They were going to fight.
Yeah, they were going to.
But then they both.
I think it was rumored to around about last SummerSlam. Sort of time, and then they said it was good to wrestle.
But then they both failed drug test.
Yeah.
But now John Jones facing a 4-year ban.
It's unlikely. They're not going to ruin their PR that badly.
Yeah, I think he's tainted good.
There's like Brock Lesnar who, even with his suspension, since he's that big in WWE, they'd be more lenient towards that. But someone outside WWE, highly unlikely.
I think he's tainted good at this point as well.
Especially with their sponsors,
He's done a lot of bad stuff the last couple of years.
I feel like once this suspension up, I don't know how old he is. Sudden.
He's late 20s.
Should be about early 30s by the time he's suspended.
Well, he's probably like 30 now, I think.
Well, yeah, I think once his suspension's up, give him about 6 months to a year after that, then I could be more like, it'd be a lot more likely. But
then he'll be back in the UFC.
But will he though? Because UFC surely it's one of those like final straws now. Like you've been spent one too many times.
He's a draw though.
I know, but actually, would he prefer to go to UFC?
No, I don't think so. I think if he was going to go to WWE, it would be while he's under suspension.
Oh yeah, because you'll take advantage of the fact he can't fight and make money.
And the last one I've got on my list, Tetsuya Naito wins the IWGP Heavyweight title. I'm going to say unlikely because I think it's going to happen at next year's Wrestle Kingdom. I think I'll do the rematch.
Who?
Naito.
People say it might be Omega be fighting at Wrestle Kingdom.
I think they might do the Naito Okada rematch though.
Can they not? Have they ever done the triple threat at Wrestle Kingdom?
No.
I need to qualify for G1.
New Japan don't typically do triple threats. They've only recently started with their juniors doing the multi-man matches.
I'm trying to think maybe if we could book it in a way so it's like Omega wants to finally because he beat Okada in their third match.
You could do a draw in the G1 final.
Possibly into a triple threat. So and they can even build it as such. They can build it as like they could build it as like one of those like first times type deals, like one.
Yeah.
Like it's the triple threat main event at Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah, I think
it's too big. It has to have more than 2 guys.
So are you going for likely or unlikely on that one? Naito winning the title.
Unlikely. I see. I can only read picture of Okada losing the title out of Wrestle Kingdom, and I feel like next Wrestle Kingdom is when he gets.
Then you're giving him a whole another year, and it's like then he's had the
He's
title.
only on 500
He's had the
days.
title for over 2 years at that point, and like
He's only on 500 something days now. I just looked.
No.
He's on like 500.
So well over 2 years, and in total, if you combine all his reigns, he developed for like 5 years.
Yeah, I feel like they'll hold off to next Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah.
Or if not, I don't. Maybe is it Dominion or
Dominion in the summer? Yeah.
Maybe you can lose it then, like an unexpected loss.
It wouldn't be honest. Oh.
I think people now expect, especially me, I'm expecting to lose it in Wrestle Kingdom 13.
Dominion's a big show though.
But, in terms of his reign, it's only fitting to lose it at a big show.
Let's go with your list. What have you got on that one?
I've got Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn win the tag titles, either Raw or SmackDown, because shake up they might be doing probably.
I'd say likely on that one. I think that will happen.
I mean, likely. I feel like I could see it happening in Mania. Usos does a match on the main card, not a pre-show match this year, please. God, do you know they haven't even had a main WrestleMania match in their entire career?
Yeah.
Always on the pre-show.
It's ridiculous. Let's go ahead. What's next?
Rusev turns face and wins a singles title.
Oh, I had that on my list as well, but I forgot to read it.
There you go.
I had Rusev had a major title.
Like any title, basically. I think likely.
I'm not sure if Vince sees it though. I'm not sure what Vince sees in it.
Is he going to get the Bad News Barrett treatment, where he gets over completely on his own?
Maybe.
And they go, well, hey, what, you can't get over on your own. Only I can say when you get over.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to win a singles title in 2018, as much as I hate to say it.
Yeah.
What's next then?
Stephanie McMahon is in the final 2 of the Rumble. I was going to say final 4, but I thought I'd extend that a little bit further. Either final 2, final 4, so I'll say one of the 2. So the minimum of final 4. So
final 4 I could see. Final 2 I don't think so. I definitely think she'll put herself in there.
Yeah. She'll try to proclaim, oh, I was helping a babyface go over. And really, she's just stamping her name on, even sank further.
So I'm going to say unlikely. I don't think she'll get in the final 2.
Yeah, so final 4 likely.
Final 4 I would go for, yeah.
Yeah. Asuka defeats Ronda Rousey at any point in 2018.
Unlikely. I don't see Ronda losing at all.
Well, she wins the title quite early on. I was going to say by Survivor Series.
I think she'll win it.
SummerSlam maybe.
Yeah, but I don't see her losing at all. Full stop.
Well, it depends how many appearances she plans on doing. If she only plans on doing a few appearances throughout one calendar year, I could see her losing quite late.
But she has the aura which Brock doesn't really have anymore. And even though
I don't think she has that aura anymore.
She does.
If it was about a year ago when she came off that loss.
But then 1 year ago, it's even worse because that's straight after she lost to Amanda.
I just thought about it as I said it. No,
it's straight after she lost in 16 seconds.
I guess
40 seconds, whatever.
I think I'm probably thinking more like relevant in terms of news, like media picking up.
For sure.
It would have been a lot more bigger. Anyway,
I think she's still going to get brought in as like a legitimate character who doesn't lose.
I don't. If Asuka isn't going to beat her in this year, I don't want them to ever face off in terms of until at the very end. I do want Asuka to be the one to beat Rousey first. I feel like out of all the options she has, I feel Asuka's the only legitimate threat to Rousey. I feel like you could argue being Charlotte, you could play with the whole Flair, taking the rest of the.
I don't want Charlotte to be. I would be very annoyed if Charlotte beats Ronda.
Exactly, because she'll just do a shout and throw her out as a face, or as hell.
One, because I don't think Charlotte's that good.
I don't
think Charlotte's that good. Anyway. Right, what's next?
I put final 1. Nice way to end it. Vince to sell WWE to anybody in this year.
What about passing it down? Does that count?
No, I mean in terms of selling
Oh,
rights.
I don't think he'll.
He's only on a share selling spree. So.
Yeah, but that's to fund the football, though, isn't it?
But I can't believe, I don't know if it was Dave Meltz or someone reported that Vince is actually a lot more lenient to selling the company now.
Yeah,
No, because especially after UFC's deal for $4 billion, he was he very much started thinking about it. I feel like sponsors may even push that way towards saying, Vince, you should sell the company. Don't pass it on, sell it. Plus Vince is old, he's crazy now.
I see him.
But he hasn't been crazy, but I feel like he will probably be, especially with all these big deals going around in the entertainment world, I could see Vince selling it, but only for a big price, which I feel that would be the thing that doesn't actually get them sold. I have an outside source of who could buy him. I mean, we talked a little bit about it, but I could see Fox buy. I could see Fox buy him.
Mike Ashley.
No, I could see Fox buy.
Vince was going to buy Newcastle for a while.
Well, that was rumoured, but I could see.
For years.
I could see actually Fox buying them. They're about to get fit. Well, whether they're going or they're going to get it. They're 52 billion. They can now spend wherever they want. I could see them just trying to get WWE.
I don't think
it's a brain and fan.
I don't think Disney would want to be associated with wrestling.
No, not Disney, Fox.
Yeah, but Disney owns Fox.
No, they own parts of Fox. Fox still have their news and sports and stuff like that. So
yeah, well, the Fox TV is still Fox, isn't it? So that part's not Disney. I don't see it happen. I think Disney have a lot of influence there.
Yeah, well, either way,
I think.
Do you think it's likely that it would ever be sold? Not so much this year, but ever be sold?
No, I think it's going to get passed down.
You think? Because is that not? Will that be the Stephen Triple or H or
Stephen Triple?
Yeah, Stephen Triple.
Nah, Stephen Triple H will get it, and then they'll pass it down to their kids, and they'll pass it down to their kids.
It'd be nice to see that instead of just selling the company off to whoever wants to buy it. Nice to see that nice little like always keeping it in the family, which is good.
Yeah. So I think that does it for the likely and unlikely. Yeah.
Yeah. For due to time, we can't really go on to the stars to watch.
We will give our one to watch next week on the show.
And we also can't do the Raw review, obviously due to time.
Yeah, we're massively
we are on a time constraint.
It's a Raw review. You can get Raw reviews from anywhere. That's fine. So that does it for this week.
Yeah.
Any last words?
Not really. No, I think make sure you're the next generation of Grey, which we will be.
You can follow us on Twitter. Links are going to be in the description, and they'll be right here. So anything else you want to get out there before we finish?
Not really. I don't know. Maybe a mini prediction who might win Mixed Match Challenge. If maybe you want. I'm just going to go Braun Asuka.
Braun Asuka. They're not.
No, not Braun Lexa.
Yeah. They're my pick as well.
Oh. I'm too sweet.